Hey everybody, Joseph Rothschild here, aka back with another Twitter thread. Today we're talking about storytelling. So obviously Yu-Gi-Oh's got a lot better at the lore in recent years. Gone are the days of us trying to piece together who was fighting the worms in Dual Terminal this week. And instead we are rewarded with a rich tapestry of Fallen of Albaz, Ecclesia, and whatever Visa Starfrost is up to. I'm sure it's very engaging. But I'd like to ask you, what individual cards tell a story of their own, and which ones would you like to see expanded? And I'm going to begin with Potato and Chips. These are part of a promotional tie-in for a potato chip brand that Konami participated in, and there's a couple of cards of them just sitting around being fat, lazy fucks. Who did he fight to earn his title? So World Carrotweight Champion implies that he had to go to a Carrotweight event. What other individuals are in the Carrotweight? And by the way, how is this guy Carrotweight? Like, he's not Carrotweight in this picture. He's like 5 Carrotweight. This rabbit's got a sweet tooth. He's on a quest for all the world's carrots. We have to watch it happen.
ほう、向かってくるのか。逃げずにこのディオに近づいてくるのか。
近づかなきゃてめえをぶちのめせないんでな。
ほうほう。では十分近づくがよい。
Scraps have been released steadily for a decade, but we don't know anything about their story. Whose scraps are they? Are they tied into Magistus and Endymion prophecy lore because of Fusion Recycling Plant? Are they animated by magical nuclear waste or something? It is funny that they were like, oh, this archetype with 400 cards in it? What's their story? They're shit. Just random shit. So much of spell counter lore has already been expanded upon with stuff like Endymion, A-lister, Witchcrafters, Magistus. But who is this guy? He uses spell counters. He's a cool title. Where does he fit into all of this? I'm sorry to tell you, GCD. I think he is Zorua, right? Yep, Dyer's in the thread. Isn't this guy just Zorua? My post for every lore-related thing. What is the medallion? Why is everything so ominous? What is the evil, ghostly hand? And what does it want with this ambiguously gendered child? What is the lock on the bird for? Why does it have horns? Why is this twink a bunny? Is there a solar eclipse in the background? What a cool character design. I love her hair. I could see this lesbian really going places. The Fallen of Albaz branded Despia lore was universally beloved by the player base. We have people writing fan fiction about the Sword Soul monsters. You understand how hard that is to generate, right? And there is at the same time a parallel storyline starring Vsauce Starfrost that not one person on the planet gives a fuck about. Oh man, you don't understand, like, he's very sad, you know? Like, ooh. I want to know more about this guy. He has the Millennium Mace, the Millennium Axe. So, Sen Genjin is one of those cards that was written before they realized that, like, they should have a cohesive lore. And as a result, this unstoppable savage carries Millennium items. And to let you know he's got some, in the back you can see Millennium combat weaponry. Wherever there are shadows, you'll find the C Squad. We don't know who else is in the C Squad. No other C Squatters have been revealed. I know one fucker who's probably in the C Squad. He was featured on like 10 cards, but we don't have a lore dump on this guy. Dark Blade is one of those cards that, like, you look at the Gaia cards, right? Like the 14 Gaia cards, and you just think to yourself, he got several packs worth of support? Darkblade, nothing. I think he's in the new archetype that's like the dead versions of them. Why is he not the cover card of a set? Pyramid Turtle! I want a whole archetype of monsters interacting with ancient mysticism in weird ways. A kangaroo with a Maui head pouch, a crab whose shell is a cuneiform tablet, etc. That's a cool idea, but I have an alternative plan for this card. I want a like 2 million word Homestuck length fanfic about exactly this turtle. I want to know how he got so big, how he found a pyramid that he could put on his back. Why does he have 1200 attack? I need to see. I know this is cheating because they're already the stars of GX, but I'd like to see some elaboration on the hero world. Hero players are something else, man, and I can say that as a hero player. We will get literal books written about our archetype and be like, yum yum, more please. Not enough yet. Oh, waiter, what is Avion's cock size? This one could have an interesting story. Something Jekyll and Hyde, maybe, or a detective story where Kalupo is both the detective and the killer. Great idea! Umbris, that is a fantastic idea. This is such a cool card art to be on such a shitty, unplayable card. Let me see Jerry Beansman's training arc. I want to see his true abilities tested. This is technically 2 cards, but it would be cool to get a bunch of generic spell traps that go along with the escapades of the gamblers. Is this the same person? How did Sand Gambler become Gambler of Legend? We are missing lore, Konami. Do they not know? Prophet of Prophecy, I have great news for you. Alistair has one of the most fleshed out lores in the game. Why does Mechanical Arcfiend look so cool, and why doesn't he have lore? This is just a guy. Like, imagine just walking into the grocery store and you see this like demonic clockwork entity and you're like, oh man, what's your deal? And he's like, I went to Rutgers. M Warriors 1 and 2 have a successful career as content creators in Sunny's Snitch. Okay, these 2 are insanely boring cards, but yeah, there they are. They're the number 3 VTubers. I think there's only 2 things they can do. It's either like gym vlogs or it's like alpha affirmations. Yeah, who is Denko Seka? She just shows up and she's like, yup, most important card on the board. We have tons of Karibos, but who are they? Like, who are the Karibo brothers? Who is Curry Bandit? Are they friends, enemies? No one knows. It is interesting to be like, what's the Karibo lore? Oh, like this is the Karibo that likes X. And it's like, no, like, what is this fucking thing? A slime boss. Slime boss? Who or what is he the boss of? Hey, Eric, you're a little late with this month's reports. I wouldn't want things to get gruesome for our investors. Speaking of ooze, maybe this is his subordinate. Why are there so many Boogroths? There's like 4 Boogroth. There's MK11. There's Amphibious Boogroth. We have Ground Attacker Boogroth. What is a Boogroth? And why are there so many of them? I was like, oh, this is like part of the agent's lore, but it's his own man. A meteor just hits the earth and we're all supposed to be okay with it. Rufin S, the Tactical Trapper. This dude is so cool, man. He reads like a card from Edison, but along with cards like Blackout, he is an insane normal summon in Common Charity 10E decks. We don't know anything about him. He just has a big ass sword that looks like it couldn't cut someone if its life depended on it. Is he like, he's got chains on him. He's like supposed to be the ruler of the heavenly prison, right? These 2 look like they have a really strong friendship. I would love to see an anime about them. Nah, I don't think it'd take. We should have a Ghost Girls one. Why don't we know anything about the Ghost Girls? All we know is that Ghost Bell and Haunted Mansion is a homeowner, and this one has a doggy. I want the level 10 train lore. I need to know Derek Crane's tumultuous relationship with their family.
I want to know what they think of their terrible working conditions. I need to know the history of this train. I need to.
I think you may need to go get a very specific test done. This guy's just hanging out in the underworld and like, yeah, we've just been hiding this demonic entity in the underworld forever. Oh, you want to see him? Yeah, of course you could see him. Why wouldn't you be able to? What the fuck is a Drudge Dragon? In Rush Duel, this one guy appears on a lot of generic trap cards. We don't know anything about him. Who is he? How does he keep ending up in these situations? How does he get out of it every time? He can't catch a break, and I want to know more. This one is he's getting fucking hit with what appears to be a flamethrower. All I gotta say about this one is I will never be satisfied with another Vsauce Starfrost quality story ever again. I am going to need the World Carrotweight Champion Training Arc, or I will be unsubscribing from the Yu-Gi-Oh! YouTube channel. Thank you.